2023 was an epic year for gamers everywhere, but among this year's deluge of amazing games, which ones stand out as the best of the best? Well, with a seemingly never-ending stream of incredible titles lining the shelves, it's nearly impossible to keep up with all of the must-play games. But from the crazy amounts of intense research done by our incredible staff who don't sleep ever, these are the top 13 games that demand our attention and ultimately crowned as the games of the year. You want to know which one of your favorites made the cut? Let's find out! Number 13, RoboCop Rogue City. Developed by TON. Developed by TON, the studio who brought us the highly acclaimed Terminator Resistance, very nice. This game once again proved their ability to create a solid game based on a classic sci-fi film franchise. And in this case, they hit it out of the park. With its impressive attention to detail and elements that capture the essence of the RoboCop universe, Rogue City is not only a fantastic RoboCop game, it is also an incredibly fun first-person shooter. It's very nice, I enjoyed it. Despite not having the flashy graphics of a AAA blockbuster, we know Rogue City delivers a thrilling game experience that will have players coming back for more. Don't be fooled by its open critic score of 72, because the Steam score currently stands at an impressive 92. This game is a shining example of how a throwback to the 80s can still hold its own among modern games. And as someone who grew up in that era, yes I know, I'm old, I can confidently say that this game captures the nostalgia and charm of a classic action movies. The combat is exhilarating, the characters are engaging, and the story and world building are top-notch. Moving on to number 12, Dead Island 2. Zombies, babies! Might seem like an overdone thing in gaming, but that's okay, because Dead Island 2 proved that there is still room for more innovation and excitement in the genre. Developed by Dambuster Studios, the same studio behind the original Dead Island, this sequel takes everything that made the first game great and actually didn't suck. It actually amplified it to new heights. With its intense and visceral combat and stunning visuals and captivating setting, Dead Island 2 is a zombie slasher that stands out from the rest. This game has 6 playable characters, each with their own unique traits and playstyles, adding a layer of diversity to the gameplay. And with the option of 3-player co-op and cross-generation play, it's the perfect game to play with friends. Yes, some might have been skeptical about the game's appearance, but let me assure you that the dismemberment mechanics and graphics are top-notch and actually add to the overall immersive experience, okay? And for those who aren't into zombies, the gameplay is so freaking fun and addictive, you won't even have time to think about it. Moving on to number 11, Jusant. If you're looking for a game to wind down and just enjoy the experience without having the pressure of high stakes or constant action, then Jusant is the perfect game for you. Jusant is a game that you didn't know you needed to play until you play it. It makes you feel like a true climber. And the environment is not just for show, it adds a layer of difficulty to the game, making it both challenging and rewarding. The game's art style is breathtaking, with its use of Unreal Engine 5, creating a visually stunning world to explore. The atmosphere soundtrack adds to a really great overall experience, immersing players fully. Although the experience may be a bit short, it's one that will stick with you long after you finish it. Number 10, Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is more than just a game, it's a jaw-dropping experience. Remedy Entertainment spent 13 freaking years trying to get this puppy off the ground, and it's clear they put every ounce of passion and effort into making it a masterpiece. I'm so proud of them. From the stunning visuals to the nail-biting gameplay, Alan Wake 2 offers a perfect crossroads of artistic design, technical excellence, gameplay ingenuity, and narrative brilliance. But what truly sets this game apart is its ability to break down conventions and blend genres in a way that's really never been done before. From reaching past the fourth wall to incorporating live action elements, this game is a mind trip that will leave you in awe. I don't recommend taking edibles when you do, because woo, that's a trip. Anyways, turning the franchise into a full-blown survival horror experience, which is a big deal, because this game takes everything that made the first game great and amps it up to a whole nother level. Set in the twisted world of haunted noir, players will navigate through a spooky woods and a sinister saga, and a hauntingly beautiful New York. And even in a year filled with blockbuster games, Alan Wake 2 stands out as the most breathtaking and inspiring of them all. And now, as someone who's played games obsessively for my entire life, I'll say this about AW2. It is a must-play if you're a fan of horror, survival games, or just experiencing something truly unique. It's a masterpiece that will continue to haunt players long after they finish the game. Moving on to number 9, Street Fighter 6. The year of 2023 marked the arrival of the highly anticipated Street Fighter 6, and it did not disappoint. Capcom, once again, my love, you have raised the bar for the fighting game genre, solidifying its reputation as the king of fighting games. With its flawless combat mechanics, diverse character roster, and many game modes, Street Fighter 6 is an absolute must-play for any fighting game fan. The animations and graphics are stunning and making every fight feel like a scene from an anime, and I love anime. The controls are smooth smooth and responsive, making it easy for beginners and veteran players to execute complex combos. But it's not just about the gameplay that makes this game stand out. The World Tour mode adds a new layer to the single-player experience, allowing players to create their fighters and progress through a series of challenges and battles. And with a plethora of modes, from arcade to online battles, there's no shortage of content to keep players engaged. The new characters introduced in this game have unique abilities and playstyles, adding to the variety of the already diverse roster. And with the option to purchase skins and characters with in-game currency or real money, players have the freedom to customize their experience. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, Street Fighter 6 offers something for everyone. But as with any game, there are some flaws. The microtransactions can be seen as a bit of a downside, and some may find the story mode to be a bit lacking. But overall, Street Fighter 6 sets a new benchmark for fighting games and is a must-play for any fan of the genre. Number 8. Super Mario Bros. Wonder has instantly gained recognition as one of the best 2D platformers we've ever played. Every inch of the game is bursting with boundless creativity, imagination, and a heart and the desire to be weird. And as a whole, the package truly earns the wonder in its title. To be able to play a new Mario game in 2023 that can legitimately stand toe-to-toe with its 3D counterparts is nothing short of amazing. And is a really unexpected one at that. While Super Mario Bros. Wonder doesn't revolutionize Nintendo's beloved series, the charming 2D platformer successfully pays homage to its roots, paving the way forward with unique twists that keep the gameplay feeling fresh. The game's new art style is a delightful departure from the usual 2D Mario games, giving it a fresh and updated look while still maintaining the iconic feel of the series. Number 7. Hi-Fi Rush. This game is a bundle of joy. No one was expecting a fusion of Devil May Cry and an anime rhythm game, but it worked out great. The energetic tracks, vibrant art style, and hilarious cast make Hi-Fi Rush a game that you can't help but fall in love with. Even if you're not very good at rhythm games like me, the engaging story and characters really keep you coming back for more. With its unique combination of action and rhythm gameplay, Hi-Fi Rush stands out as a game that's truly one of a kind. Developed by Tango Gameworks, Hi-Fi Rush is a high-energy, action-packed game that will have you tapping your foot and laughing out loud. Often, these characters are hilarious and endearing, making you instantly invested in their journey. And the dialogue is really cleverly written, filled with pop culture references and witty one-liners. I love those. And as an added bonus, the game is free for Game Pass subscribers, making it easily accessible for all players, and believe me, it is worth checking out. Moving on to number 6, Spider-Man 2. Developed once again by Insomniac Games, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 exceeded all expectations and solidified its place as the ultimate Spider-Man gaming experience. The game takes everything that made the first game great and builds upon it, resulting in a game that's bigger, better, and filled with even more heart. With 2 protagonists, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, players get to experience the game from 2 different perspectives and unique gameplay styles. And don't worry, both characters get their time to shine, which really makes it a true joint adventure. The story is emotional, well-written, and filled with callbacks and surprises for fans of the comics, and the addition of characters like Venom and Kraven the Hunter adds a new layer of excitement to the game, not to mention the jaw-dropping set pieces and boss battles, which were really cool. But as with any Insomniac game, the true standout is the gameplay. The web-swinging, combat, and stealth mechanics have all been polished and improved, and it is super shiny and super nice, and really makes for a smooth and exhilarating experience. Moving on to number 5. Final Fantasy. That has been a beloved franchise for many years, and with the release of Final Fantasy 16 in 2023, it proved that it could still capture the hearts of gamers. While some may have been wary of this switch to make a full-fledged action combat system, it does add a level of intensity and excitement to the gameplay, making every battle feel epic. And the addition of the icon battles is a game changer, adding a unique twist to the traditional boss battles in the franchise. The characters are well written and developed, bringing a depth and complexity to the story. And the soundtrack, composed by Masayoshi Soken, is nothing short of a masterpiece. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. It really perfectly captures the emotions of each scene and adds to the overall immersive experience. And let's not forget the world building in this game. Oh my gosh. Final Fantasy 16 takes inspiration from A Song of Ice and Fire, creating a gritty and realistic world filled with political intrigue, complex relationships, and breathtaking landscapes. While some may argue that the game falls short in terms of RPG mechanics and side quests, I know, it is still a solid entry in the franchise and a must-play for any Final Fantasy fan. Coming in at number 4, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. From Software has once again proven their mastery at crafting intense and challenging action games with Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Oh, you're so good. This game takes all the best elements of the previous titles in the franchise and amps them up to a whole new level. The customization options in this game are vast and complex, allowing players to truly create their own unique mech to take on the challenging missions dungeons and bosses. And speaking of bosses, the ones in this game are not only massive but incredibly well designed. The battles are intense and require a quick reflex and strategic thinking. You can't just run in there and be dumb. But as with any From Software game, the difficulty may be kind of, unfun for many. The game can be frustratingly hard, but like you actually get a sense of accomplishment after finally defeating a tough boss is pretty hard to beat. And while the UI and camera might have their flaws, they don't detract from the overall experience. And Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon will have players on the edge of their seats, and it's a must-play for any franchise fans or those looking for a challenge and adrenaline-fueled action game. Moving on to number 3, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 Remake was an incredible success, and the remake of Resident Evil 4 solidified Capcom as the king of modern gaming, taking one of the most iconic titles in the franchise and giving it a fresh coat of paint. Yes, it's a risky move, but dang, it paid off really well. Starting with the graphics, they are absolutely like, woo, this is mighty tasty. The game has been remade from the ground up, and it shows. Every detail has been meticulously crafted, making the game feel like a brand new experience. But it's not just the visuals that make this remake great. The gameplay has been revamped to perfection with new mechanics like parrying, which adds a new layer of strategy to combat, and with added bonus content like the mercenary mode. There's even more replayability for those who can't get enough of Resident Evil 4. Now let's move on to number 2. Oh my gosh, this one's special to me, guys. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This is a perfect example of a sequel done right, finally. It takes everything that made Breath of the Wild a success and builds upon it, creating an even more immersive and engaging experience. With its vast open world, vertical exploration, and creative transportation options, Tears of the Kingdom takes players on an epic journey through the Kingdom of Hyrule. And let's not forget about the additions of the Sky Islands and the Depths, which add new levels of exploration and challenges for players to conquer. And if that wasn't enough, oh boy, this game also boasts impressive physics, like they actually make sense, and improved dungeons, as well as a new combat system that will keep players on their toes. With its its beautiful aesthetics, compelling story, and endless possibilities. I mean, come on, this is Zelda we're talking about here. But anyways, more specifically, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, it is truly a masterpiece. But as we all know, only one game can take the crown as the best game of 2023. Coming in at number 1, Baldur's Gate 3. Whew. It's no surprise that Baldur's Gate 3 takes the top spot on our list as the best games of 2023. Larian Studios has created an RPG masterpiece that sets the bar for what the genre is capable of achieving. Like from the extensive character customization options to the complex decision-making and branching storylines, it's really complex. This game is a true testament to the depth and possibilities of role-playing games. One of the game's greatest strengths is implementing the Dungeons & Dragons tabletop system. The gameplay feels like a true D&D campaign, with players having the freedom to choose their own paths and face the consequences of their choices, and oh boy, many players did. And even with all the choices and possibilities, the game maintains balance and consistency. Doesn't seem too heavy-handed on either side, and it creates a truly immersive and cohesive experience. The writing and storytelling are top-notch, with every character and encounter feeling fully fleshed out and meaningful. That's important. And the co-op mode adds a whole new dimension to the game and allows friends to embark on their own D&D adventure together. So in short, Baldur's Gate 3 is a masterpiece that showcases the true potential of the gaming medium when it's at its very best. It's a must-play for any RPG fan, and it is the undisputed king of best games of 2023. And there we go. We have now come to the end of our list for the best games of 2023. Whew, what an incredible year that was for gamers everywhere, with a vast array of unforgettable titles to choose from intense action to immersive storytelling. There's something for everybody. But as always, we know there are countless other amazing games that could have made this list. So I want to know from you down in the comments, what's your personal favorite game of the year? Was it on this list, or was it a different game? If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe so we can continue to share our love and passion for gaming, and also help others discover new and amazing experiences. See ya!